comment by one of our texters. He said, no complaints of the team, plenty of complaints of the officials.
Well, I could have wrote that. I've got the same views, and I just felt, you know, I needed to mention it to him as well, because I thought that, you know, they've got an uncompromising game anyway, and it does get them results. I did say they'll go long, they'll use every trick in the book. You know, Neil Warnock school of, you know, Keith Curl's come out of the Neil Warnock school, and that's, you know, they do well at what they do, unless the referee's going to clamp down on, you know, every time we got in and looked dangerous, it was a foul against us. We make one foul on the edge of the, you know, on the halfway line, and it's a booking. Whereas if you'd have booked, you know, normal fouls, you don't book people, but when people have got in and got past you and then they bring you down, that's surely got to be a booking, in which case they probably would have ended up with 9 men on the pitch, maybe less. But listen, yeah, that's what they do, it's what they're good at, and we never really, in hindsight, where is it? He's up there, isn't he? Hindsight, Halliwell, but in hindsight, and your mate, in hindsight, I wish I hadn't changed it now. Do you know what I mean? Because we didn't get better. We didn't get better. You know, we put on a couple of big uns, and the team suddenly, you know, didn't have the cohesion that it had just before that. Although obviously we made a mistake, and once again it's cost us a game, isn't it? That one mistake that we do, you know. We've had 20 odd shots evidently, we've had, you know, more of the play, and we've had some good play, so it was a shame the game ended like it did, because the boys have played some good football. And the big thing is, for me, as I've just said to the boys in there, we can ask a question now when we sign people, and which ones we keep on, whether they're in contract or not in contract. We've got to say, is this player, either these or people that we bring in, is this player good enough to get us promoted next year, or to get us at least in the playoffs? And if it's a no, then obviously they have to find passes new, and we have to find the players now that we think will take us up the table and compete for a playoff place. So that's the question, and some of them might be able to answer it themselves, because some of them are good enough and some are just a little bit short.
We'll come back to that in a minute, Gary, but can I ask you about the incident right at the end when Kevin Dawson went over? Certainly some of our texters think it should have been a penalty. Have you?
Well, it's obviously a long way away from us, but it'd give them a penalty in similar circumstances. I'm not sure what the difference was. Listen, I'll never ever say that the refs biased, because I don't think they are, but I don't think he understood their tactics and how they break the game up and that sort of stuff, and he, you know, the fouls take time, and so for me it'd have been nice to have got the penalty, because we deserved something, but obviously the way the game went and the way the ref it, we probably had no chance of getting it.
Is it particularly galling today, because relative to some of the home performances there, that was a good home performance? It
was a good home performance. We played some good football at times, and we looked sharp without really having too many chances as far as 100% chances. You know, we had a lot of blocked shots, which is what they do well. You know, Moa must have had 6 or 7 blocked shots where they throw themselves in front of things, and that's where they do well. They defend very well. They've got a lot of experience there. And if they can't take the ball off you, they foul you. As long, you know, and then they know that they're pretty big at dealing with set plays. So, you know, all in all, it's a learning process for me, and some have earned themselves a place in my mind for next year, and some have lost it a little bit, and that's how I have to see these last few games now.
So, given what you said earlier, very clear, and I think fans will be pleased and delighted to hear it. And that, you know, next season, the target is playoffs or better. What percentage of the players that you have here do you think are of that level?
Well, Good question, but I'm not going to go that start giving people clues, and then all of a sudden you've got Twitter things and what they call them, them things you do where people have to vote and all that. You have polls and things like that. So I'm not going to go down that road. I'm just saying that's how I'm thinking from now on, and that's what I've got to do, because I think the club's sort of ready to give it a little bit of a push for next year. And the last 6 or 7 games, I think, is our supporters, our board of directors, and us as a staff want to play. And all we need to do is get 15 players that can all play to that standard and win football matches. That is the big thing. When they scored their goal, they then had 2 or 3 other chances, instead of us making sure that we, not just through caution of the wind, but we were clever and adjusted to the situation. We have some that don't adjust, and we need them thinking, I've got to score a goal here, and I've got to put this ball right in the danger area, and the other fella thinks I've got to be there. One's got to get a cut eye in scoring a goal. You know what I mean? It's that type of stuff we're going to need now. It's not just about being out there.
Gary, thank you very much.
No problem.